Hello everyone! In this video, we will go over how to crochet a perfect circle and why sometimes we end up with these corners instead. Instead of a circle, we get a hexagon. If we follow the standard increase pattern where we alternate between single crochet stitches and increases 1 single crochet, increase, 2 single crochets, increase, 3, 4, 5, 6 single crochets, then an increase, it might seem like the increases are evenly distributed. However, in reality, all the increases align in a straight line. This causes the crochet work to stretch in one direction, forming those very corners. So how can we avoid this? Let's figure it out. There are 3 main ways to crochet a smooth, corner-free circle. The first and simplest method is great for beginners. I've drawn this pattern to make it clearer. To achieve this, we start each round with an increase, and every second round, we shift the increases toward the middle of the section. This way, the increases are placed in a staggered pattern, which helps create a more even circle. This is a fairly easy method since it doesn't require any additional crochet charts. For the first 3 rounds, we crochet as usual. Then, in the 4th round, we start with 2 single crochets followed by an increase. In the next round, we begin with an increase. In the 6th round, we crochet 2 single crochets, an increase, and then 2 more single crochets. The next round starts with an increase again. In the 8th round, we crochet 3 single crochets, an increase, and then another 3 single crochets. Again, the next round starts with an increase. In the 10th round, we crochet 4 single crochets, an increase, and another 4 single crochets. By following this method, all the increases will be arranged in a staggered pattern, resulting in a smoother and more even circle. This method is the easiest one for beginners. Now, let's move on to the second method. The second method is for more advanced crocheters and involves using a pattern chart. Here, the increases are distributed absolutely evenly across the entire piece, not just in a staggered order, but truly uniform throughout. Using a chart is the best way to achieve this, but I'll explain the logic so you can do it without one. For the first 3 rounds, we crochet as usual. Then, in the 4th round, we do 2 single crochets, increase. In the 5th round, we start with an increase, followed by 2 single crochets, increase. In each following round, we increase the number of single crochets between the increases by 2. So the pattern progresses like this: 2 single crochets, 4 single crochets, 6 single crochets, increase. Then, we start the next round with an increase again. This results in a sequence like increase, 2 single crochets, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, and so on. If there aren't enough single crochets in the row to shift the increase by 2, we go back and start the round with an increase. The third method is for very experienced crocheters and involves placing increases intuitively. For the first 2-3 rounds, we crochet as usual. After that, we rely on our experience and visually assess where the increases from the previous round are located. We identify them and then crochet the next round in a way that ensures the new increases do not align with the stitches of the previous increases. Since each increase takes up 2 stitches, we need to make sure our next increase does not fall into those same stitches. Instead, we shift the increases so they do not stack directly on top of each other. The key goal is to prevent increases from forming a straight line. If they do, the more rows we crochet, the more pronounced the corners will become. If you're working on a small piece with just 3-4 rounds of increases, the placement of the increases doesn't matter much. You can use the standard method, and no visible corners will form. However, if you're making something like a toy head with many increase rounds, It's better to use one of the previously described methods. Let me know in the comments which method you liked best and which one you'd like to try. I think they're all quite simple and just depend on your skill level. Take care. See you next time. Bye. Don't forget to like and subscribe.